Hey YouTubers, it is RC here with RC67, and I'm going to showcase the Hot Wheels Sweet 16. This is the set of cars that I've been working on to restore, and I'm going to showcase those guys for you guys today, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So the first one up here is the Silhouette, and this was one of the first cars that came out. It was a concept car that Hot Wheels came out with in 1968. The nice thing about this one, I didn't have to do a ton of stuff to it. Again, just, I pulled it apart, stripped this all down, sanded it, painted it, put new wheels on it. The glass is original. The glass is in pretty good shape. The motor is original. So that was really nice to have, is that I had most of the original parts on this one here. The only thing I really had to do is change out the wheels and then strip the paint, sand it down, and put it back together. And as a whole, it came out real well. I was real happy with it. So that's the first one there, the Silhouette. The second one here is the Cheetah, or also known as the Python. And I think this one here, this one is the Python. So from what I understood, is there was a handful of them that were released and they were known as the Cheetah, but there was another car, I think, called the Cheetah, so they ended up changing the car to the name of the Python. So again, this is another car that came out in 1968. This one here, when I got it, was actually in really pretty good shape. The only thing I needed to do was change out the wheel set. I did do some touch-up paint on the top, so the top of the car has been repainted black, but everything else on the car is all original. The base is a little dull, but as a whole, it wasn't too bad. So I didn't want to pull this one apart and mess with it because it was actually in really pretty good shape. So I left this one in, it's pretty much all original condition, except I did switch out the wheels. So that's the second one there. The next one here is the Beatnik Bandit. This car here was in really bad shape. I found it online and it was all in parts, and it needed a lot of love. What someone had done with this car is they had pried open the back right here, and then of course this post that's on the back of the car right here, they snapped it. So I had to file out this post, fill in some body fill, sand it down, and then paint it. The other thing I had to do with this car is that there are supposed to be fenders that come over the top of these two front wheels. Unfortunately, this driver's side fender had been ground off, and in order to make it look the same, I had to grind off this fender here. I didn't know how to replace or fix this one, so I just ground it down and then put it back together, and it came out pretty good. The glass was in really good shape. The interior was in good shape. The wheels actually are original. The wheels on this were also in very good shape. So there wasn't a whole lot I had to do in terms of a lot of extreme cosmetic stuff, except for do a little bit of filing on the fenders, replace that post hole there, and then paint it. So, but as a whole, it came out really, really well, and I was very happy with it. So I'm not too worried about that one. Although I think I'm going to try and find another Beatnik Bandit and get it restored to a more of original condition with the fenders on there. But in the meantime, this one will work just fine. The next one here is the Ford J car. This car here, the rear deck lid for the engine cover was actually broken off. The post on the bottom here needed to replace. So this post right here, I had to drill in and then make a post, and then I set it in there with a little bit of JB Weld. And then I got everything sprayed and put back together. Everything else on this car is original. The glass is original, interior, the wheels are original. I just had to replace a post and then repaint it, and it came out really well. So the rear deck lid on this car does open like so, and I did re-chrome a little bit of the engine. So this one came out really well. I was very, very happy with that one. The next one here is the Diora. This car here was in pretty bad shape and didn't have any wheels, and I was having a hard time finding a wheel set to get this one done. So I ended up putting some Redline rubber tires on it, although I'm working on another Deora right now that I'll actually switch out for this one. But in the meantime, this one here will work just fine, which I really do like this one. It is a beautiful piece. It came out really, really well. Got the surfboard, so those are not the original surfboards, so those are aftermarket surfboards. But sanded down, painted it, did the deck cover on the back. The big light on the back there is painted red. So again, another concept car that Hot Wheels put together that came out really, really well. And again, very happy with this one. All right, moving along here, the Fleet side. And this car here, I've left all original. When I got this car, it was in really, really good shape. I was very happy with this car. So I didn't have to put a whole lot of anything into it as far as just the money to buy it. So the rear deck lid does open, it snaps in nice and well. All four wheels are in good shape. The paint itself was in very, very good shape. The base of the car, a little tarnished, but again, I'm not going to worry about it too much because again, it is in pretty good shape and I like the way it came out. So I'm not too worried about this one. So that's the Fleet side. So that one there, another one in the collection. This one here is the Thunderbird. This car was in really, really bad shape. It had no wheels on it. It was missing the hood. And I think the paint on it was pretty much scraped all the way off of it down to the body. So I don't even remember what the original color of this car was. So I stripped it down, put in new glass, put in a new hood, put new wheels on it, and then I painted it. It's two-tone. It's lavender purple with a black top. And then, of course, I did some touch-up on the grill there as well and got this one all restored. And again, this one came out really, really well. I was very, very happy with this car here. So, all right, there we go. And then the next one here, Custom Eldorado. This car needed a lot of work. The driver's side A-pillar was bent, so I had to push it back in and straighten it. The glass on it was in very good shape, so I wasn't too worried about it, which I was surprised considering how much play it looked like this car did have, because it was missing all the wheels as well. So I did have to strip it down, paint it, straighten out the A-pillar post on it, and then put some new wheels on it and get it all put back together. But as a whole, this one came out really, really well. The A-pillar is not perfectly straight, but compared to what it was when I first got it, it's way, way better. So that's the Thunderbird, or the Eldorado there. And then the custom VW Bug. I picked this car up at an antique store about a week ago, and it was all intact. It was in pretty bad shape, though. It was scraped up all the way down to the bare metal of the car. The wheels were in horrible shape. The engine was actually loose. So again, pulled this all apart, stripped it all down, got the motor mounts all put back together so the motor would mount in straight, painted it this really nice misty emerald green color, put new wheels on it, put it all back together, and here we go. And again, this car came out really, really well. I was very, very happy with this car. Pretty much all original except for the wheels and obviously the paint on it. So, but all in all, very nice car, very good piece. All right, the Hot Heat. Found this car online for a really good price and in outstanding condition. This would be what I would consider close to near mint, like excellent to near mint condition. The only thing I had to do on this one was just change out the wheels, but the paint on this was in excellent shape. The glass on it wasn't bent and it wasn't scuffed and scraped. So whoever had this car really did not play with it very much. So it had a little bit of love, but nothing too crazy. The only thing I had to do on it was change out the wheels just so it'd have a little bit nicer stance with the newer set of wheels on it. So, but again, this one came out really well and I was very, very happy with it. All right. This is my problem child car. This is the Custom Barracuda. And unfortunately, this is going to be a fill-in car until I get a new Cuda that I just ordered in to get it completely restored and make it look really nice. But this car is a fill-in. What this car came like when I first got it, I thought I could fix it and repair it, but it just has been my Achilles heel. Both A-pillars were broken off. The roof was bent in, and when I went to readjust and straighten the roof out, the whole thing just snapped right off. It was missing a hood, and it still is missing a hood. None of the glass that I ordered fit it, because when I was trying to adjust everything and put everything back together, it didn't fit right. So the glass did not fit right. So this car has been the Achilles heel for me. So it's a fill-in car right now until I get another Barracuda in that I've already got on order to get it restored and replaced, which I'll replace it with this one here. And probably what I'll do with this one is I'll pull it apart, and I'm going to make this one a convertible Barracuda from 1968. And I do have a hood that I will put on this car as well. But I do like the color. It's a candy lime ice color. And with those wheels, it really pops really, really nice. So I do like this car, but it's going to need some more work on it. Like I said, this car has been my Achilles heel. So, but again, we all have them. I think if you're into restorations and customization, you're going to have a car that is just going to be the Achilles heel or a very big challenge for you. And this Cuda right now has been a challenge for me. So, but right now it's a fill-in car for the collection. Custom Cougar here, Merc Cougar. This car, again, scraped down to the bare metal, needed new wheels, was missing the hood. The back post was bent, so when I went to reassemble it, I tried several times to get it to assemble so that back end would go flush, and without creating a lot of body adjustments, I just went ahead and left it the way it was. So I got it cinched in the best I could. But again, it's a display piece. So, but I do like the way it came out. And this color is beautiful. It's what's called firing orange. And I'm actually doing another car right now in this color as well. But it came out very, very well. And I do like it. So I was happy with it. If I find another Cougar on there online somewhere, I'll go ahead and get it restored and maybe switch it out. But for now, this car is really, I'm very happy with it. So it's a good car. Came out very, very nice. So. All righty, moving right along here. We got the custom Firebird. When I got this car, it looked like it had just been painted with house paint. I have no even know what color what the original color was. It was missing all the wheels and the glass. So I pulled it all apart, sanded it down. I did repaint it in this nice, what they call racing red. I painted the interior black, put a new glass in it, put a new hood on it, and then put all new wheels on it. So this car, the only thing original is just the body and the base of it, because everything else I've had to restore or replace on the car. But it came out very, very well, and I'm very, very happy with the way this one came out. All righty, Mustang here. This car here was a lot of fun to work on. It's called a Candy Metallic Red. This car was pretty much all original. It did need some work on the paint, but it was pretty scuffed up. I did put a deep dish set of mag wheels on it because it's all I had in my stock. So it's got a little bit more of a muscle car stance to it if you look at it that way. But the glass was in good shape and everything else was original. So I can't complain about how this one all came back together. But there we go with the custom Mustang. And we got the Camaros. We got the custom Camaro. Again, this car here was pretty dilapidated. I did replace the wheels, stripped it down, painted it this, what they call ice blue, and then put a new hood on it. It did need a new hood. And I was able to salvage the glass on it. The glass actually polished up pretty well. On it, there's a little teeny crack in the front window, but for the most part, it's really difficult to tell. If you're just kind of quickly looking at it, you really won't notice it that much. But everything else on this car came out really, really well and went back together very, very quickly. So it was very, very simple car to work on, but a lot of fun. So the custom Camaro. And then finally, we have the custom Corvette. And this car here, when I got it, was in kind of a rose red color, and it was missing wheels, but the hood was intact, which was really good, surprisingly, because a lot of times you'll find these Corvettes and the hoods are not together or they're not intact. So I stripped it down and I painted it a candy ice red is what they call it. Put new wheels on it. The interior was in great shape. Believe it or not, the window polished up really well and came together real well. But I got it all put back together and got this one in the collection. So I have the complete set of the Sweet 16 from the original Hot Wheels from 1968. So that was my goal, was to get this set done. And I'll give you guys a quick pan around of everything here. So we've got all 16 of those cars right there. And then I got this tin art that I'm going to put on the wall behind these cars here. So that is my Sweet 16 restoration there. I hope you guys like what you saw today. If you would, please like, comment, or subscribe. I hope everyone is doing well. This is RC with RC67 signing out. Y'all take care.